today's video, I'm going over why I left Patreon. Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about why I left Patreon. If you didn't know, I was a creator over on Patreon, which is a monthly membership platform where I am able to share with you all more behind the scenes, different types of things. People will get free patterns. It was a really nice place for about 3 years, but recently I have switched over to Mighty Networks. And I know that you all probably have some questions. Patreon is a monthly membership platform where you can have different types of tiers and have members come and join for a monthly fee, where creators, artists can provide content, exclusive content for those people. I started my Patreon journey almost 3 years ago, and it was really great at the start. I was able to grow my membership to a place that felt incredible and wonderful. But throughout the 3 years, I felt that there was things that could have been improved on. There were things that I felt were lacking, as well as sometimes it just honestly felt like a bulletin board of me saying, hey, this is what's happening. It wasn't as much of that community aspect that I want. As a creator, I want to make sure that I provide the best and absolute incredible experience for all of my members. And I was getting some feedback saying things are too hard to find, didn't have as much of a sense of community. Also, the other thing was that we were limited on what we could do with Patreon. But first off, if you haven't joined my brand new membership, you can go and join the Mighty Networks and get on the wait list. We will be opening up our membership from January 1st to the 4th, and then we won't open up again until April. This is something that's super fun because we are going to have a make-along. We're doing a Christmas Eve cast on, all of these fun, inclusive things that I would love for you to come and join. Patreon is great if you are starting out and don't have already a platform, want somewhere where people can know and recognize. Patreon already has a community of people where you can go and they have created templates for you. They make it very easy. Now that's where about it stops. After that, Patreon is extremely limiting on what I could do. I could never say and post on a giveaway or a raffle or anything of that sort. So for an example, if I had a maker that wanted to donate a fun prize for my membership, I was never able to go and post in my membership saying, hey friends, comment down below if you're interested in winning so-and-so, and I'll pull a winner from all of the thread. Patreon would flag that, and I would actually get a formal email from Patreon saying, hey, you violated our terms. Every single member should be getting the exact same benefits, and no giveaways. So that was, kind of red flag number one, where I felt that I wanted to give away a lot. So we had to create a Discord to go with it because that sense of community wasn't there. Kind of issue number two that I had with Patreon is that members could not interact with each other. Patreon has a platform where me as a maker, I can send one of my members a message, but they could not interact with each other. Also, another thing that we found was really difficult is if I were to send an email to a member, they would get an email notification. If they were to reply through the email notification, it actually wouldn't go to me. They would have to go into the browser or the Patreon app to be able to respond to me. This caused some issues with members being like, hey, did you get my message? And all of these. I believe that a platform should make it very simple, very easy for people to interact with each other as well as get that community. That's what you want, and that's what they say that they do, but I don't really think that they've accomplished that very well. Another issue is the fees. The fees for Patreon is insane. You get not only a platform fee, but you also get their transaction fees. And depending on what you want to be able to offer, if you want to be able to offer some merch, which I've done for a while, all of these types of things, you will get charged anywhere between 10 to 12% of your earnings. On top of that, you'll also get charged your transaction fees. Every single month, I was losing so much income through all of these different types of fees. It was insane and ridiculous. And when I looked at other types of platforms, I could see that I could get a lot more of benefits for a fraction of the price that Patreon was charging. I wish that Patreon would be offering more of that flat rate fee versus a percentage on every single member, because the more members you get, the more you're going to pay. It is just the way that it is. The transaction fees as well was just absolutely ridiculous. They will also charge you based on different currencies. They will charge the bank transaction fees as well as their platform fees. So all in those together, sometimes I was getting charged about anywhere between $400 to $700 a month just in fees alone. Patreon as well, for any types of events or things that you want to do, is extremely limiting. They don't have any live stream based on their platform. You technically have to link it with your YouTube channel, and you can't, you have to log into YouTube, log into Patreon. You can't provide that information ahead of time. So it kind of confuses members, and it's not as effortlessly as it could be. On the platform itself, there is very limiting that members can do. Until recently, members could not even share photos within the Patreon app. It's very difficult to host knit along or other things when you want to be able to have that interaction and have to force members onto another type of platform to be able to share these crucial things. Recently, they created the lounge/chat, where it's still limiting, but at least members are able to chat in a group chat setting and share photos. This is something that Patreon has recently improved on that I do agree with. They're trying, I think, to eliminate any necessity or need for types of Discord and other outlets of more of that communities. They're trying to bring that into Patreon. But I still don't think that it's done as efficiently as possible. Those are all some of the reasons why I decided to leave Patreon. That and the feedback from members, I always want to make sure that my membership is as amazing and wonderful as possible. I also didn't like that every single time I would post, it would force an email out. I wanted to be able to post different things. I wanted that interaction with people and just to have it. Also, what was very difficult is that once you start adding tiers, you can't technically delete them. So these plans and things, it was getting overwhelming and confusing, and I just really wanted to start with a clean slate. In comes Mighty Networks. Mighty Networks is something that I've discovered, and I did a ton of research on different types of platforms. Mighty Networks was great for our community. I could see different things that we can have events, we can host events and actually schedule them with our calendar, which is amazing and makes sure that people don't miss out on our Zooms, our movie nights, our special events. All of these are added in a calendar where members are easily able to actually even RSVP to them, add it to their own calendar, and just see everything all in a glance. What I also love is that members are able to interact with each other on this platform. They can send each other messages. So if you're doing a type of swap, you can easily say, hey, so-and-so, here's my email, here's my contact info. They can message each other. There is no longer the need for me to be that person in between saying, this is this person, that's that person. It's just really great all together. The other amazing thing is I can host giveaways. Mighty Networks actually allows me to do what I want on my platform. So I am able to host right now the 10 days of giveaway for December and have fun with my members. The feedback that I've been getting from Mighty Networks from our members has been through the roof. People are loving it. They can't recommend it enough for it being user-friendly, for people to come and join. It is just all around amazing for our community. Now, I'm not saying that Patreon isn't great, but for me and my community and our membership, Patreon just wasn't cutting it anymore. And honestly, it took me a long time to make this decision to switch platforms. If you are in the same boat as I am and want to switch platforms, make sure you double check that depending on what platform you do want to go to, has everything that you need as a maker. It took me a long time to get comfortable with the idea of switching. Also, you will lose members. It's hard to force people to go from one platform that they know and switch them over. But in the end, I do think that it's the right decision for me and for us and our community. And it's just so much more amazing. we're able to have different threads, and each thing has its own place in Mighty Networks compared to Patreon, where it's just one entire bulletin board. There's no way for us to really be able to fully divide different things. Here, there's threads that you can go to, just like Discord, and are able to really create a more sense of community. Mighty Networks, I'm also able to live stream within the network itself. No needing to go on YouTube, no needing to go anywhere else. It'll push notifications to everybody, like an Instagram Live, where I can go live in my own platform. Mighty Networks is the place to be for our membership. It is amazing. And I just kind of wanted to put a video out because I did get tons of questions being like, why are you leaving Patreon? What is this new membership? How can I join? What are the details? So our membership on Mighty Networks, like I mentioned, is opening up January 1st to the 4th. It is 17 Canadian dollars a month, which is about $12.50 US a month. There's only the one main tier, and you get access to everything. You get access to our brand new 2024 Sew Along, and I'm collaborating with an incredible company for this, so more to come on that. We are all sewing together a different type of project using the same color inspiration. We are also having 4 different make-alongs for the new year. We are having our sweater weather make-along starting in Q1 in January, and we'll have dyers of the quarters, which are incredible yarn dyers who are going to dye up custom exclusive colorways just for our members every single quarter. We are also having a Musselburgh knit along. We're casting on December 24th and going till the end of January. So anybody who wants to come and join in January will be able to come and join our knit along as well. We have Zoom knit nights. We have some fun. Sometimes we'll do like a bingo or different types of activities during the month to let people have fun. Recently, we just did a 24-hour knitting challenge where we tried to start and finish a project within 24 hours. Your girl over here slept 4 hours. We did a fun movie night that night. We did a Zoom night. Like, it is just really a lot of fun. I hope to see you all over there. I will put our link below to join the wait list, and don't miss out on joining our incredible membership because it's not going to open up until April. We're only going to be opening it up 4 or 5 times during the year, every quarter, and in December of next year. So if you wanted to come and join, definitely, I was going to say June 1st. January 1st is the date, and I would love to have you. I also forgot to mention we have a book club, as well as you get all of my brand new patterns for free. Like, there's so much in this that I can't put it all in one little place. I do have a second tier that is the one-on-one tier. This one is limited to 10 members, and you have, I think it's 45 US, if I'm not mistaken. You actually get a 1-hour Zoom privately with me per month to go over any type of knitting technique, if it's business related, all of these types of things. You get 1-hour Zoom with me, and we schedule that together, and you also get access to everything else on top of that 1-hour Zoom. So that is also going to be available on January 1st, but spots are limited for that. Our membership is going to be open for those 4 days, and we'll be closing on January 4th. So if you want to join, make sure you join in those days because we will not be opening for no exception until April. There are no limited spots in the regular membership, only the one-on-one. I'm curious to know from you, are you thinking about coming and joining? Had you tried Patreon and didn't like it? You weren't alone. A lot of us did not really love Patreon and what it was very limiting on what we could do. So I'm curious to know, have you tried Patreon with another creator? What did you think? What were your thoughts? And let me know below. Thanks, friends, and I hope you all have a wonderful, fantastic day. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any fun videos. Until next time, happy knitting and sewing. Bye, friends.